Hello, everybody. This is Anthony being on some Mission Start Podcast. And hang on a minute. Yes. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it is 10 o'clock at night. Usually we have our morning show at 10 in the morning. But I have a good reason why. Because two things. One, we're going to talk a lot about E3 tonight. Usually we do the news every week on the latest gaming news updates and whatnot. But since this is the weekend before E3, I think we should talk about that more. Also, as you might notice, below are the schedule for the press conferences for each day. What we'll do on our Twitch channel is we will host the streams for each one, either via host or restreaming it in some magical way. We're going to do that from there. And then at the end of the day, I believe, or at least at the end of the press conferences, me and Greg, and then possibly Ramen, if he wants to join in, can talk about our thoughts about it. So that's the general plan. But joining me tonight to talk about everything E3 is none other than Greg Deeds.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, biblioteca?
And then,
none of that made sense, did it?
No, it did not.
No, okay, good.
So let's see. Let me bring up my notes real quick, cause.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just a talk monkey. You just mention something and I go blah 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 blah.
Right. So obviously, like I said before, E3 starts technically on Sunday. When Nintendo has their whole Nintendo World Championship thing they're doing on Sunday, which should be interesting to watch. I doubt that will announce anything related, to be honest.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you heard about this, but they are gonna be having a Smash Brothers like exclusive direct or something like that Saturday morning.
Are they?
Yes. So according to this list that I have here from IGN, it says Nintendo Tuesday, June 16th. In addition to the Nintendo Digital event on Tuesday, Nintendo will have a pre-E3 Super Smash Bros. Video presentation on June 14th. The video will air at 7:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then it lists all the other time zones. And then it goes into like what they're doing with like the other stuff, with the championship and the direct on Tuesday and all that jazz.
I see. Okay. I think that would probably show something along the lines of like Lucas, since that's a new DLC character, as well as maybe something else. Maybe possibly.
Do you think they'll announce the new character that they might be trying to come out with, or the character that won the voting thing?
I hope they do. I'm not certain, because the thing they said is like that thing is going up until the fall. Like they're not gonna stop voting until like August or something like that. Because I know they have to announce the character pretty soon. If they do show the E3 though, that'd be great. That'd be one heck of a way to announce the character at E3.
Yeah.
And there's if that's the case, and there's been no leaks and any information about it since then. So yeah, that'd be one way to start off E3. Or yeah. But I was gonna say, so I'll start from the bottom up, from Sunday to the last day of press conferences. So here is the schedule for the press conferences. You can also see in the ticker below as well. So on Sunday, we got the Bethesda press conference at 7 p.m. on the Twitch channel, or under our Twitch stream. Most of these are going to be on Twitch anyways. But we got Bethesda at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Monday, Microsoft had their press conference at 9:30 a.m. After which EA will have their press conference at 1 p.m. Ubisoft will be at 3 p.m. Sony will be last on 6 p.m. So Monday seems to be the big day, actually. Tuesday, Nintendo...
Yeah, Monday's going to be busy.
Yeah, it's going to be busy. Tuesday is going to be Nintendo Direct, which will be at 9 a.m., followed by the show floor Treehouse streams, which will be all week. At 10 a.m. is the Square Enix press conference. And then 5 p.m., rounding out the last of the press conferences, is the PC Gaming Show, hosted by Cliffy B. So.
Hosted by who?
Cliffy B.
Oh, Cliffy B. Got it.
Yeah. I cannot pronounce his last name for the life of me, but yeah. I just call him Cliffy B. He actually doesn't like that being called that anymore. He just like.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily. Like he was like for a while there. He was like, I don't like it because it's this other persona that I have, or what the fuck ever. And then immediately was like, well, I guess if people like it, I might as well go with it. It's like, dude, get over yourself.
Yeah, I know. It's weird like that. But anyways, that's the kind of lineup in terms of E3 stuff. So I think what I'll do is let me at least name off the confirmed games that are that GameSpot posted on their website in terms of what's going to be there for sure, and we'll go from there. So starting from the top bottom in alphabetical order: Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Batman: Arkham Knight, Battleborn, Battlefleet Gothic Armada, Blood Bowl 2, Brave Tank Hero, Crossing Souls, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Destiny, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, Disney Infinity 3.0 Edition, The Division, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, Doom, Fable Legends, Fallout 4, Farming Simulator 2015, Forza 6, New Gears of War title, Gacha Racing, Guitar Hero Live, Halo 5 Guardians, Harvest Moon Seeds of Memories, Hollow Point, Lego Dimensions, Mad Max, Mario Maker, Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, Mega Man Legacy Collection, Mordheim City of the Damned, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, Need for Speed, Ninja Strike, Overkill's The Walking Dead, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, Plants for Zombies Garden Warfare 2, Resident Evil 0 HD, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Rock Band 4, Star Fox Wii U, Second Conquer 2 Deep Crimson, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, Space Hulk Deathwing, Star Wars Battlefront, Skylander Superchargers, Street Fighter 5, The Technomancer, The Walking Dead, Rainbow Six Siege, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, Vampire, I don't know how to spell it. It's like Vampy, but with an R at the end. WWE 2K16 and XCOM 2. So those are the confirmed games that are going to be at E3. In terms of, yeah, which is, you know, a good lineup of games to definitely talk about and for showcase for sure. And to kind of go starting up from there. So let's start off with the press conferences, and after a good batch of games, I think that we just said.
Okay.
So Bethesda's first on the press conferences at 7 p.m. on Sunday. Now we've seen Fallout 4. That trailer was shown by them. They showed and teased Doom 4, and there's been speculation to possibly be showing Dishonored 2. So. And they might show some more stuff with Wolfenstein as well. So, in terms of how it's gonna go, it should be interesting. Also, note this press conference is being hosted by Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, which I find that awesome and hilarious.
Now, is it being hosted, or is it a situation that's similar to when they were doing X-Play coverage?
It's being hosted. They're the actual like. People who are introducing or the host of the press conference. They're not doing they're not doing it for coverage. No. So as far as I know, I mean I could be.
I heard
wrong.
it was for coverage. That's why I'm kind of like.
I think it's hosted, but I could be wrong.
Let me double check that for you.
Okay. So, I don't know. I mean, my guess, my inkling of what they're going to show at E3 with Bethesda is that they'll show a lot of Fallout 4 gameplay footage. I think that's going to be a must after showing that trailer. I think that they'll show Doom gameplay, or maybe no, they'll show going. Is it? I'm thinking either show a trailer or gameplay trailer, or gameplay itself. My gut's telling me it's going to be gameplay for Doom. What else could possibly happen? There's rumors saying that there could be a Dishonored 2 that we could possibly announce. Which, when was the last Dishonored came out? It came out, I want to say like, what type was it, 2015? I want to say that game came out like a couple years ago, like 2012 or 2013. But yeah, like it could definitely be announced. I won't be surprised, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to be at the press conference. But if there is something to be shown, there'll probably just be a trailer. So, but yeah. The other thing that I've been hearing about too as well is that people are saying because Fallout 4 trailer shown, there's possibly some gameplay footage of it at E3, that people are saying that the game might be coming out this year, which I think it's a year away. I don't think it's coming out this year.
Which game? I'm sorry.
Fallout 4.
Okay, yeah. So they're not hosting.
They're not hosting? Oh,
no. They're doing the pre and post show for Bethesda.
I see.
As a matter of fact, there was a tweet by Pete Hines, who is a. So here's the conversation that Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler had with Pete Hines, who I'm assuming is someone for Bethesda. At DC Deacon is his name. He says, I'm the guy at Bethesda that talks a lot, and I tweet about Bethesda, our games, and many other random things. You've been warned. So it seems like he's the PR guy for Bethesda. It says, Morgan Webb tweets to Adam Sessler, hey, Adam Sessler, what are you doing for E3? He then says, I don't know. What do you want to do? She then says, well, Adam, personally, I was thinking of hosting a big fancy E3 showcase. Pete says to both of them, hey, we're doing a big fancy showcase, but I'm already hosting it. Adam says, okay, fine. Can we do the Bethesda pre and post show? Morgan says, yeah, Adam and I really want to do the pre and post show together. Adam says to both of them, together again. Then he says to them, any ideas for what you want to do in the pre and post show?
That's kind of weird, because like, here's the thing. Okay, so Bethesda's bringing them on together to do a pre and post show. So what exactly are they gonna talk about the press conference in terms like how they normally do coverage wise? But is it just positive all the way for Bethesda? Like I don't know what exactly they're bringing them for if they're not hosting it. Because like normally like with these media news outlets, like they'll get together and do the little pre and post show, and they'll talk about their predictions and what they think is going to happen. If Bethesda's Bethesda's bringing both of them on, it's like in the first place, and they're not hosting, but they're talking about the press conference as if they were covering it, even though they might have already inside knowledge what's going to happen. It's like, I don't know. It's a little weird.
I have no idea. I mean, it clearly is for Bethesda exclusively, and I imagine that because as I'm on Twitch right now, there's a giant fucking advertisement for Bethesda's E3 show. And if you click on it, you go straight to their Twitch page, and scrolling down, let's see if I can find a schedule. Oh, shall we?
Yeah. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
See Bethesda's blog. Guys, you're getting some inside journalism going on right here.
Oh yeah, that's some high quality journalism at its best. And they say
actually game journalist.
and they say video game journalism is dead.
I'm not a game journalist. I'll say that much. I can't speak for everyone at Mission Start.
Nah, not really. We're not game journalists. We're just enthusiasts. That actually is a proper term, actually. Like, on the real, like, there really isn't no video game journalism. We're just a bunch of enthusiasts.
Okay, so here's what it says on their website. The last thing to be posted on June 11th, so yesterday, okay? Mm-hmm. Other than the one that was today, which was for Elder Scrolls Online. This is for, it says, last chance to attend our Oh, but okay. Hashtag BE3. Got it. Bethesda E3. Okay. Showcase and streaming details. As you know, we're hosting the first ever Bethesda E3 showcase at the Dolby Theater on this Sunday, June 14th, and invited hundreds of fans to attend as a big thank you for all your support over the years. The response on our registration site has been overwhelming, and we're excited to see so many of you at the showcase. For those of you who did not receive an invite, all hope is not lost. We have registered a number of standby tickets that will be available the day of the showcase. Blah, 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 when it is. What's more, we're excited to announce that the first 300 people in line that do not make it into the Dolby... Okay, blah, 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 blah. For those of you unable to make it to Hollywood, a reminder that our showcase will be streamed live via Twitch and YouTube. The pre-show, hosted by gaming greats Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, will begin at 6:45 p.m., and the showcase will kick off at 7. So, what it sounds like is exclusively on their Twitch page, which is literally just twitch.tv/Bethesda, at 6:45, you'll be able to watch Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb talk about Bethesda exclusively. Then the showcase will happen from 7 to whenever the fuck it ends. And once it ends, Adam and Morgan will then talk about what we just watched.
Okay. I mean... it's weird, man. It's
I'm not saying it's not weird, but those are the facts.
Right. It's like... It reminds me of, like, the NFL doing its internal investigation, and the investigator was hired by the NFL, like some like NFL. Oh no, it was hired by Roger Goodell, and it's like, I don't know. It's like it'd be cool if they just kind of discuss what they just saw, like they would like normally do for like a media site. But at the same time, they're brought by Bethesda, so everything they're gonna say is gonna be positive. Like I can't see them saying anything negative.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right. I'm sure. I'll roll with it. I'll see what happens. I mean, it's just kind of weird to see that, but yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of weirded out about that. But yeah, like generally, like what
do I think they're going to show at the Bethesda press conference?
Yeah.
Now that we got all that other thing out of the way?
Yeah.
I think they're going to show more about Fallout 4. I really do. I think that that's going to be their big thing. I think that they're going to possibly announce content coming to Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah. I can see
it only makes sense. I mean, the game is supposed to be an everlasting MMO like WoW. So...
It's a flop. Right now, isn't it a flop though? Like,
it's somewhat of a flop. It's not. I mean, the problem is that a lot of the people who started it up had, it hasn't hit the news because it's kind of like, oh, another game doesn't work out the gate. Like, it's that's the only real problems it's having, is that it's taking people a long time to connect to servers, and it's a mess right now. But I think it'll pick up.
Okay.
I mean, I got a lot of really bad flack for being, for what it was on PC, and people have said there's not enough content. I mean, there's a whole bunch of negativeness towards the game. However, there's still a ton of people playing it.
What's the just off chance, the number, or just kind of guessing?
Well, if we're going off of sales, a few million. I'd say
it's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not bad.
And that's everything. That's everything. Like, their pre-orders for the Xbox One were like 300,000, and then for the PS3 there was like maybe about the same. And then you got however many people have been playing it on PC. So
right. Yeah, I mean, like I think that that's one game I actually didn't think about in terms of what would they show off or talk about. Because hear me out. I have not heard Bethesda come out and say much of anything about their MMO. what I've been hearing is more or less Fallout 4, Fallout 4, Doom, Fallout 4, Fallout 4. And I've not much heard of anything else outside of that, and maybe like Wolfenstein, the New Order.
I don't think it'll be a big thing. I think that because Bethesda makes a shit ton of money, has made a shit ton of money off of the Elder Scrolls series and the Fallout series so far.
Yeah, agreed.
I really don't think that. God, I just saw how my camera looks. That's really funny. I'm tiny on it. Look at all my shit, guys.
It's the same thing. My shit's on my wall too.
Anyway, I just don't think that they're going to concentrate. Like, they might announce Doom and talking about what they're bringing. I just really don't think that Wolfenstein will be a thing. I think it's going to be mostly about Fallout and Elder Scrolls, possibly a new Elder Scrolls individual game.
Right.
Elder Scrolls 6, essentially.
Well,
but what was the other game you were saying?
Oh, what I was talking about earlier is Wolfenstein. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to support the game through DLC, because the new DLC, the New Blood, is really good, actually.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
And I'm wondering if they're going to keep that support going for the game. Also, people who just joined us. Sorry, she went down for a minute there. But yeah, we're back. But anyways, I was gonna say, like, I think that they might. My gut instinct is they're gonna show some Wolfenstein, like a new DLC.
I doubt it. I really doubt it. I really, really do. Because you also got to think of when and how they showed Wolfenstein the first time they announced it ever, which was at an E3. It was this big fucking deal, like real goddamn important, and because everyone was just like, "What was that? What is that all about?" If they do say anything about possible DLC, it'll be very passive. But yeah, I mean, because here's the thing: is there a single developer or publisher, I should say?
Yeah.
So unless they have some new acquired titles that I don't know about,
they could be also working on a new IP. That's giving that a possibility.
Yeah. Could be working on a totally new IP, something different than what they've done. But I really do think that 90% of the conference is going to be Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
That's like Activision having a conference and not talking about Call of Duty and I don't know, their other big franchise.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see, but let it be known, I don't think they'll show anything Elder Scrolls Online related, in my opinion.
It might not. I'm guessing over here.
Well, we both are. So, but this is what
I'm also tired, so like that's a thing.
Good point. Good point.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just curious to see how it's gonna work out, and what games will be shown. The long shot in the dark that could possibly happen. I think they own it. I can't remember if Bethesda has the rights. Do they own Prey?
Yes, but Prey was canceled. Prey 2 was a game that was being developed for a while, and it got canceled. So I don't think Prey will even be brought up.
Yeah, the long shot would be they'll bring in something about Prey, but I doubt it.
That's a hell of a long shot. Yeah,
we've seen some vaporware games come back from the dead recently, so I wouldn't be quite out of the picture, but yeah. we'll get to that in a bit with the Sony press conference. Okay, so the next Super Monday, as it were. So the press conference to start the morning is Microsoft at 9:30 a.m. And a few notes, and just for those wondering, I'm reading these notes off of the Shortoids website about E3. Some notes they put down here in terms of what to look for. Gears of War, Sentinel press release. with a Blazer Phil Spencer, new Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare, Halo 5, Forza 6, Tomb Raider, and this French word I cannot pronounce. Circuit de... Oh, I see. It's a reference to the Kinect thing they did a while back, where a bunch of circus... it was a circus act. Circus Delay. Yeah. So Microsoft... What we do know now is that they are working on a new Gears of War game, as one of the lists that said, and what I've heard is like it is a remaster of the first one, which I'm not sure.
What I've heard, is that they're going to come out with a collection. It'll be like the Master Chief Collection, except it'll have Gears. It'll be a remastered Gears 1. And I believe a remastered Gears 2. And then 3 and Judgment.
That'd be great. I would love.
Essentially, it'll just be a remastered collection of all the 360 games, and then they'll make a big announcement about a new Gears of War, because they've already announced that the new Gears of War is a long way out, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. So if there's an announcement, it's simply just a tentative, hey, a new Gears is coming out, Marcus Phoenix and gang are back. Here you go. There's a new threat.
Here's my thing about it. It's I think that I don't think Gears of War needs to be in HD remastered, just because the game looks good already. Even now.
Maybe not remastered per se, but more to the extent of in the Halo Master Chief Collection, all of the Halo 3 and 4 are they've been bumped up to 60 frames per second. That sort of thing, just a slight polish.
Yeah, but when that happened when they ported it over to PC at 60 frames, it looks so weird compared to
I'm not
console.
Disagreeing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what they could do.
That's true. They could. No, I think they learned a lesson from last time they did that.
First off, the thing about the Master Chief Collection that sucked was that, and even 343 came out recently, was yeah, we made a big mistake with that. Here's all this Halo 5 information that we've given to Game Informer. Take with it what you will. And then we're sorry for everything that's happened with the Master Chief Collection. From here on out, we'll never release a game without doing a beta first. Make sure everything works before release. And that's about as far as we'll go. So I think that... And I can't remember the company's name that makes Epic.
Yeah.
I don't think that... Well, now it's Coalition is the name of the group, but I don't think Coalition is going to make the same mistake that Master Chief Collection did. They might have a thing, which this would be really cool, where Microsoft comes out and they're like, hey, so you've probably heard about a new Gears of War coming out. So here's the trailer for that. And they show the trailer and everyone's like, oh my god. And then they go, but that's not coming out until 2016, winter of 2016. It is a long way out. But we have something special for everybody. And then they show a trailer of the first Gears of War game in amazing quality. Holy shit, what is this? And it's a remastered of the first game, but all the other games are on the same disc. And then they go, and if you go to this website right now, you can register for the beta, or if you go to the store and buy this collection, you can then get a code to do the Gears of War what the fuck ever when it drops this winter. Some shit like that. Basically the exact same thing that Master Chief Collection did, but allowing us to play the original games. I don't know, just an idea. That's Knowing Microsoft, that's probably what will happen. Like, betas are a must nowadays for some reason. I want to say it's because internet's hard.
Yeah, that's true. I can, if we're saying that Gears of War will take the Master Chief collection route, I could see them doing that. Although, if they did, I'm pretty sure they've learned their lesson last time when that happened, and having multiplayer not the greatest. But to be honest though, like Gears of War multiplayer, I don't think people are clamoring for it as hard as it was for Halo 2.
I don't know about that.
No, I there is still, don't get me wrong, there's still a good amount of people who play that game multiplayer wise, both on a fun and competitive level, and I was one of those people for a bit. I don't think that there's a huge enough crowd to be saying like, I want to play Gears for the multiplayer rather than the story. But
I don't know. I think there's a part of me that says you're right about that. That like the competitive crowd for Gears of War is not as strong as for Halo or for something else. I don't normally go to conventions and see Gears of War tournaments. Mm-hmm. But then again, also Gears of War has this weird fucking stigma that it's a bro game and that all you do is like play with muscle-bound characters and shoot aliens in the face, and that's, you know, there's sure. I'm not gonna lie, Gears of War. The reason I like Gears of War so much is because of the goddamn goofy space sci-fi, or not space, but sci-fi story.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is fucking silly as shit, and I love it for them.
Yes.
Like, and it knows exactly what it is. You don't take Gears of War seriously. For crying out loud, Coltrane's in it.
Yeah.
If you know who the fuck Coltrane is, you know that you shouldn't be taking it seriously in any light.
There's a guy that like dies in every game except for the third one.
Yeah, Carmine. Yeah.
Yeah. He is the Kenny of like the Gears of War crew.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous to me that like people wouldn't want it. It's something that I would love to play. If that shit came out, I would try to buy it very quickly because I love Gears of War. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to a bunch of friends the other night. Like, I would absolutely, I would try my damnedest to make sure I bought that.
Uh-huh.
Now, it's also we're falling into that territory again of Microsoft and other companies making money off of remakes instead of original IPs.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like, it's all about the sequels and the remakes right now, folks.
Yeah. It really
why is that? I don't know. I don't know why that is. It's such a bizarre time. Like
there's a simple answer for that. It's basically developers and game companies were not ready for the next generation of consoles. They were not, and thus they had to rely on their old stuff to remake to put out something. Yeah, so that's pretty much the answer right now, and why we see so many remakes. That's why I haven't seen that many original IPs come out, or exclusives, or anything new. So, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you are correct in that. It's just one of those things where I can't say what I think Microsoft is going to try to do. I know that they're going to talk about Halo 5, for sure.
Oh, yes. That's definitely. That game's going to be talked about much.
I mean, I guarantee you they're going to show something that has to do with Nathan Fillion. Shit, they might even bring out Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
From what I understand, he loves video games. So that might be a thing entirely. I think that they might even announce that they're going to be coming out with Halo Reach for the Master Chief Collection.
That would be cool.
I don't know.
I would like to see more people play that game. That game is very underrated.
If you talk to the Halo community, it's terrible. Yes. Here's the thing that I say about Halo Reach before we get too deep into Halo Reach and all that jazz. There are people that hate Halo Reach for some weird reason beyond just the multiplayer. I get if you sit there and say the multiplayer sucks because it's unfair and cheap and all that jazz, which technically it is. I'm absolutely not one to say that it's fair in any light. However, that story is very involved. Like, I love the story to Halo Reach.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely adore it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Halo Reach's story is just ridiculously good. But yeah, like that'd be cool if they added that to the Halo Master Chief Collection. But going back to Gears of War, I mean, like from here, it is going to be a kind of a collection of Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, or just Gears of War 1. I've heard as well, remake. So, coincide maybe with Gears of War announcement. That would be interesting, just because like I don't know what else they could expand on the story, and maybe if it takes place like 20 years after the events of the last Gears. So I don't know, because I feel like that storyline has ended with.
Well, the locusts, the locusts are dead.
Yeah.
There's no. It could take place in the future when like maybe the Sarens have left Sarah and they're traveling through space, and you play as like Marcus Phoenix's like great grandson, and it becomes more of a space story. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, definitely, for sure.
I'll play it regardless because it's Gears, and as long as it's fun and plays well, I mean, sawing guys in half is a good time.
It hasn't never been that fun.
Have you played Mad World?
You know, it's on my list to do for a very long time.
But
I know what it is. It's a cool looking game. Platinum's
it's a cool looking game.
Hey, it's freaking awesome. It's like one of Platinum's first games outside of like no, take that back. The early games were like, what was it? Killer 7. I think it was like the first game that they made, and then from there they made some other unique games.
Did Platinum make that one?
Oh no, wait, was it Platinum? Yeah, I think it was. No, it was.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, we're all being wrong. So, while he's
let's move on to the next press conference because can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Your internet, dude.
Is my internet being?
Your internet's weak.
Oh no! God damn it! Hang on. There it goes. It's live. It's back.
Okay, gee, Merry Christmas.
I don't know what's going on with my internet tonight. It's just taking a big old crap on me right now tonight.
It is Platinum Games.
Yeah.
It is absolutely Platinum Games. It's published by Sega. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah.
I wasn't aware of this. I wasn't a fan of it, so.
It's a very interesting game. It's like it's weird.
Then again, here's a thing. Okay, Mad World was their first game. Never played Infinite Space on the DS. Never played Bayonetta. Never played Vanquish. Never played Anarchy Reigns.
God.
Played Revengeance and didn't like it. Never played Wonderful 101. Never played Bayonetta 2. Played Legend of Korra. Reviewed it on our website. Didn't like it that much. And now their next one is called Scalebound.
Yeah.
For the Xbox One. Hey, there's a game they could talk about.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though too. Microsoft went out and said there are several games they're not going to show at E3. Scalebound was one of them, alongside Quantum Break. I think some other game too that they're not going to show. But there were some games they confirmed they're not showing. They're waiting until Gamescom to show them, or they might tease it at E3 and then show more at Gamescom. Scalebound, it looks that the CG trailer looks cool. I can't say much of what it's possibly going to be, other than the fact that you're the main character and you're riding a dragon, and you're throwing like fireballs and whatnot.
I'm just saying it's exclusive to the Xbox One, so that's something that they will talk about at the Microsoft press conference.
No, they're not. They Microsoft went out and said they're not going to show. No.
Wait, they said they're not going to?
Yeah, there's games they said they're not going to show at E3. They're going to save them for Gamescom.
Interesting. Is E3 dying out as like the premier place to show off games?
Have you noticed all the games have been recently shown off before E3?
I was assuming that was just to stop the leaks, to counteract all the leaks.
Part of it is yes, but part of it I feel like I feel like these guys, if people are putting their games out there to give their game the day to shine on whatever day it may be prior to E3 happening, because I think I said this before, like they can show their big reveal at E3, but then like there's a possibility of like their game being outshined by the much bigger talk game out of E3, and people are paying more attention in that than to the other game. So that's my feeling, inkling is. But I do think that it's going to be interesting to see how this year's E3 is going to be and what they're going to show. And because like some of the stuff they show may already been announced, like Fallout 4. That would have been a great, surprise. But it was, people saw a trailer and now we know what it is. And
do you think that maybe also that they're announcing games early, not because of any let's prevent leaks, or we would rather, we don't want to do E3 anymore, and it's more the fact that they have a lot to talk about, and announcing it and showing a trailer might be taking away from what they want to show?
It's no different from prior years. Like, if they wanted to show off more, like, stuff for Fallout 4, like if they said, here's a trailer, and then here's some gameplay of what it is, it's pretty much standard thing they do. I wouldn't see why not. They could definitely go that route.
Well, I know that like a lot of the game oh man, do you remember the situation a long time ago where there was this big thing about all the game companies like threatening to not go to E3 anymore because of some rule that E3 made?
Was that during the was it not Santa Monica, or was it Santa Monica? Like during that E3 Santa Monica, where like they were holding in different buildings and people had to drive 30 miles to go to a press conference. No,
there was something else. It was like E3, like the ESA came out and was like, so everyone that's doing E3 has to do it this exact way, blah, blah, blah. And it was like one of the reasons that Nintendo started doing directs. Hold on, E3. I don't know why I'm yelling into my headset.
Right.
Let's see. Electronic Entertainment Expo. Let's see. History. 2007, the convention was held in Santa Monica.
Oh.
It might be that, but I remember there was some big ass rule that they had made. Some like huge rule, and like all these game companies were like, "We're not going to E3. We're gonna boycott." And then they were like, and they retracted.
Right. I remember now. I can't remember what exactly it was too, but
it wasn't too long ago.
It wasn't too long ago.
Just a few years ago.
Yeah, there was a big fuss about it, and there were some game companies who were actually threatening not to come to E3, and the ESA changed some things. Yeah, I forgot what it was. I do think that more and more companies are starting to take the kind of Nintendo route, where they just stream their own show and kind of showcase it, and don't have to worry about E3, because they still get the press coverage as if they would, and they would get the attention that they would get from fans and on the web internet, and they don't have to worry about competition for that day, unless something else happens to be big as well. But yeah, like
I just wish I could remember what the hell that was about, because I don't remember.
I know, same here. But
I'm trying to read the Wikipedia here, see if there's anything about it.
But in terms of there's going to be anything else we've shown off at E3, at Microsoft press conference, for sure they're going to show us something new with Microsoft's, like somehow integrating Microsoft 10 into the Xbox One, somehow. They'll show off new features, maybe be able to put in two screens at the same time on the same screen. They'll show off. They'll go all around. They'll play it safe again. Like, I don't think they'll do anything too outlandish. I think if anything, Sony would be the ones to be doing something more bold than they would. Maybe a price drop, because there have been reports that there's going to be. Actually, no, wait. I think it was confirmed by Major Nelson that there's going to be a new model for Xbox One, and they come with a 1 terabyte hard drive.
Yes. Yes, and it comes with a copy of Master Chief Collection.
Yeah. I wonder if they can do a price drop. for the current one, and then have that at the standard price.
That's what it was. I remember now. I found it.
What was it?
So, in 2007, the attendance for E3 was scaled back to only 10,000 attendance.
Oh, was it really?
And that was the first one that was in Santa Monica. So you are correct about the Santa Monica thing, but not to why it was in not the exact reason. Yeah. So it was 2007, 2008. They were like, they scaled it back. That was so little amount of people, and everyone was pissed, including Los Angeles, which gets a lot of business during that time of the year.
That's true. Yeah.
And all these businesses and like the video game companies were like, no, this is stupid.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I definitely.
So the reason I mentioned it in the first place, that in general, was because I was thinking that's why these companies, all these video game companies, are like less excited about going to E3, and then making E3 more of a consumer show and less of a trade show.
Yeah. Which
it's always been a trade show. It was just a trade show that people found out about and were like, ooh.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah.
So.
I had friends who snuck into E3 one year, and I was so jealous. I think it was like back in...
How the hell did they do that? Well, I mean, if it's back in the day...
It was back in the day. Like, you could just say you're some editor for this blog, and you got in pretty easily. It was like back in 2006.
I remember when I was applying for GameStop, the guy there was like, yeah, and if you want, you can go to E3 with working here, because, you know, we send employees since you're in the game industry. And I was like, yes. I will happily do that.
Yes, definitely.
But now it's not like that. So.
No, not at all. The magic of E3 has gone away.
I also saw when I searched for when I was on the E3 page, there was an article that's from Forbes that says E3 is this was in 2012, and it says E3 is obsolete, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, definitely. So
I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to the next conference conference.
Right, definitely. So the next conference going to happen is EA, Electronic Arts, at 1 p.m. There's a few titles that list on there that I think deserve much discussion. First most, Star Wars Battlefront, Mirror's Edge 2, Mass Effect, and then Need for Speed. And then obviously they have a lot of sports stuff, which I don't particularly care for anymore, but it's something that they're still going to do.
Yep.
Maybe
E3 or EA's is easy.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm most looking forward to with EA's is Rock Band 4.
Is that under EA?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe it is. I mean, it should be still. I mean, I didn't hear anything about EA dropping Harmonix or dropping the copyright for Rock Band. So.
Right. Okay.
Let's see. Rock Band.
Yeah. I'm excited for Star Wars, Mirror's Edge 2, and Mass Effect. Those are the main three. Those show something Dragon Age, maybe. DLC, maybe. I don't know. That'd be interesting. But,
Oh!
What's up?
It's not published by E3 at all.
You mean EA?
EA. Again, tired. It's absolutely published and produced and developed by Harmonix and distributed by Mad Catz.
What? Mad Catz is distributing the game?
Yeah.
That's weird. Huh. That's interesting.
I was not expecting that.
Like, I definitely...
When did EA let go, or EA let go of it?
They were just the publishers, though. They weren't particularly, in charge of it, if anything, that they were doing. Harmonix, I believe it was, during...
EA was a distributor.
Yeah, they were a distributor. They weren't particularly... Yeah, Harmonix...
They were never publishers.
Yeah, Harmonix
MTV Games was a publisher.
Yeah, Harmonix was... They were their own thing.
Okay. Well, I had shit backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, EA is not even on Rock Band 4, so I'm gonna retract my statement.
Yeah, we'll see Rock Band 4. It will be there in attendance, but
it will be at a conference. Well, it might be. They might show it at the Sony or the Xbox One. Oh God, sorry. God. They might show it at one of those two conferences because it is going to be coming out for those consoles.
Right. I was gonna say, trolls in the chat.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, hilarious. So yeah, like I was gonna say, so I want to see some just gameplay out of Star Wars. I really want to. We saw this cool ass trailer, but like I want to see like some actual gameplay and what the UI looks like. Just something. Because I'm pretty excited for Battlefront. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Mirror's Edge. Possibly a trailer for Mass Effect, a proper trailer, and not a behind-the-scenes trailer like they've been doing for the past 2 years.
Yeah. I'm excited for Battleborn, like big time.
Battleborn, which game was that one?
That's the Gearbox game. That's
right, I remember now. Yeah, that's their MOBA. Yeah.
It's kind of a MOBA. There's a game type that is like a MOBA, but there's a bunch of other shit in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's like first person shooter with MOBA inspired elements is what it says.
Yeah.
So
definitely. That should be interesting in terms of like how they would roll that out, but we'll definitely see. And there's not much to say. Like Need for Speed, it'll be there. I really wish that Criterion would go back to making games like the Burnout series was really fun.
Yeah, I was just talking with a guy at a wedding the other night that the last Burnout game, if I remember correctly, was Burnout Paradise.
Yes.
We haven't seen anything since, so we definitely need to see something in that regard.
Yeah, I want them to do their thing again. That'd be cool.
I'm looking down the list of games coming out that they will probably talk about, the ones I want to hear about. Let's see.
A lot of sports games.
I want to hear more about The Division from Ubisoft.
Oh, right. So we can talk about... so we can go to an Xbox press conference and talk about Ubisoft. Is there anything else we can talk about EA?
Well, here's the thing. I'm extremely tired of such conference. Or we move on to Nintendo, and then in the cast soon, because I'm fading real quick over here.
Right. Okay, I hear you.
I hate to do that to you, but I'm like, oh.
No, it's fine. Let me just see something real quick. Okay. All right. Sorry. Oh wow, my video things went crazy, weird. All right. Okay, so joining us real quickly, be able to is Chris, actually, my brother, who possibly might be joining us. But as that loads up, oh hey, this call dropped. Oh, internet, no. God damn it. Internet is not liking me tonight, guys. I don't know why. I don't know why internet is being so booty to me. Oh, it's Xbox crash. Oh, okay. I'm not the only one. Okay. Well, it's not not on my end finally. Yay. So yeah, let me I'm gonna continue on while Greg gets back online. So we're talking about Ubisoft. So Ubisoft, actually hang on. So Ubisoft is going to be showing off some games this year that proved interesting. I think the one thing that I am interested to see, in my opinion, is more Rainbow Six and see how that goes. Because they used to be Rainbow Six Patriot, but they changed it. So now it's Rainbow Six Siege War. Let me see, where's my B-roll footage? There it is. Boom. So I think that game will be coming out this year. I have a feeling that it's going to come out this year, if not early next year. The game looks good. I think that what they showed off is really good. And I think they'll have something more lines, have it ready to announce the date for it. I think they'll show their trailer and they'll announce when exactly it's going to be. But, yeah, definitely it's going to be that. We'll see more Assassin's Creed Syndicate. There's definitely going to be more of that. It's going to be happening pretty soon. They're going to show The Division again. That game has been at several E3s. The Division is a game I really want to play. And I love the idea and the atmosphere of that game. But that game has been shown off several times. I'm hoping it comes out this year, if not early next year or sometime next year. Because that game's been in the works for a while. Hey, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, that was weird.
Man.
I had my Xbox crash. I think it's because it's fucking... Let's see how hot it is. Yeah, it's 78 degrees and my Xbox is like, it's been running all night, so.
Damn. All right. So right now we're talking about Ubisoft and some of the games that are gonna be there. Some of which.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. It's just the internet's being spotty right now.
Okay.
But yeah, some of which were Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, The Division, hints of probably a Far Cry 5 or a Watch Dogs follow-up. And then there's the very off chance that they'll show the Pie in the Sky, the Pie in the Sky game that everybody wants to see that hopefully they have something about is Beyond Good and Evil 2. That or they'll show more Rayman. Either way.
Yeah, I really don't think they're gonna show Beyond Good and Evil 2. They might show something about Rayman. Definitely. I mean, I don't know. They might. It's really hard to say. I really hope that they do because I really like Rayman, but it's got to be in this side-scrolling like type of game. It can't be something else.
Right.
Like a 3D platformer or some shit.
And the thing about Ubisoft is like I can guarantee you they'll show off another dance game because that's going to happen. They're going to show off something out of Division, Rainbow Six, or anything Tom Clancy. They would just show off maybe a new Splinter Cell, but I doubt it. I think that they're pretty busy with what they have right now. Assassin's Creed locked. There you go. It's just back. Outside of that. Oh man, it's spotty. It is spotty tonight.
We should seriously just end it on Nintendo. Let's talk about Nintendo for about 10 minutes and then end it.
Yeah. Sorry guys. Sorry for the kind of spotty ass stream. It's my fault. Anyways, so all right. So we'll do one last thing real quick before my internet craps on me completely. We could just Nintendo. We'll end it on that because like there's still like two others we can talk about. But
I hope to see something about Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you were breaking up so bad.
Oh my god.
Like I cannot understand a word you're saying.
Goddamn internet. Shut. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm seeing red. Jesus.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
How about we call it? We're excited for E3.
Yeah.
We put about a solid hour into this.
Yeah.
Just kind of tie together what you have. Let's do our sign-offs real quick, and then say that we'll talk more during the next week of E3.
Right. what Greg just said. But anyways, yeah. Sorry guys, but the internet's been really crappy on me, and I'm going to end the show early. So, so again, like Greg said, we're going to be talking about it more during E3 week. We're going to have the stream hosting. I hope to God the Wi-Fi is so much better than right now. And we'll have to talk more about it after each day, and we'll give our thoughts about the press conferences. Just make sure to be subscribe to the channel on twitch.tv/Mission Start Podcast. Almost said one. Mission Start Podcast. And before we go, Greg, where can I find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch at ChubRockGeek. You can you can follow me on Xbox One if you want, under ChubRock360. That's up to you. You can find all my articles and reviews and previews on missionstartpodcast.com. I just recently did three reviews. It was Abe's Oddworld New and Tasty, Mortal Kombat X, and Mario Party 10. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and I stream on Half Empty Energy Tank every Wednesday.
Awesome. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Detective Naruto. You can follow the work that me and Greg do on our website at missionstartpodcast.com. If you enjoyed this somewhat broken show due to Wi-Fi problems, then you'll enjoy our podcast on audio form, which you can subscribe to on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as subscribe to us on the website. You can also subscribe to our convention coverage podcast, which is called The Conover, which you can also subscribe on Stitcher and on iTunes as well. And you can also subscribe to Jeremy's podcast that we host on the site called The Roaring 20s. If you like comic books, if you like HBO, if you like entertainment news, you definitely want to check that out. It's also available on iTunes and Stitcher. Again, sorry for the stream problems. It's actually fine now, actually. But yeah, I know, just as we end the show. But yeah, like, again, be sure to be back here starting Sunday. It's the week of E3. We're going to have a ton of new stuff to talk about throughout the week. Anyways, with that, we'll see you guys.